Don't say nothing. I saw it before you said nothing. Don't know why the mic did that. My mic just decides sometimes it doesn't want to work, man. A bit big of the sub. Oh, I know everything, that's why. Will we do better than Tech did today? I mean, I probably won't do better, but I'll play, you know? I'll crack some jokes here and there. It's about all I can promise, but I'm ready to get into it, you know what I'm saying? See how things go today. Okay. Here's the big question for today. Where is my webcam at? Oh, you're in the right spot. Oh, cool. All right. Let's do it. Woo! Yeah, I'm so excited right now. And I know you all are too. Let's not pretend, you know. This is great. The best thing that's ever happened to us. I'm live. We're playing Edge of Destiny. Does it get much better than that? Maybe not. Maybe it's as good as we'll ever get. Chew on that for a little bit. It will never get better than this. Life will only get downhill from here. What do you think? I didn't warm up. LOL. I think I've already been gifted Risk of Rain 2. I don't think I've ever played it. Okay, yeah, it can go downhill after you see your arrow offense. That's fine. We can wait. But then after that, no getting better. That's it. That's the cutoff, right? You have to get worse after. Oh my god, oh my god. It's because Return Zero is canceled, that's why I haven't seen anything about it. Like, here's the thing. With playing video games, I can't. I've played them all. Not that that's not what I meant. I mean, I don't have any more time to play more of them. My time has been maxed. I have no more time for video games. I'd say I play video games like straight up 6 hours a day. I don't have time for work. I don't. D-O-N-T, that's it. You know? I have time for this, I have time for Mania, I have time for Bridge. That is it. Anything more than 6 hours a day, I'm just like, this is too much in one day right now. You know what I mean? And my eyes start hurting, I start to get all cranky. It just ain't worth it. I don't want to be cranky. Okay. Weird way to say that. Whatever, man. I don't know. Opinions on Draghi dropping Limbo? What opinions do you want me to have? It's like, look, Working with a time restraint is hard. It's really hard, and it's a lot of stress that one person does not need to go through. Trust me, it's not fun. GD is a fun game. You're supposed to have fun with it. If you put a time constraint on it, and you're not liking it, that's perfectly fine. That's what I would do. Okay. Thanks, Matt. You talk like that IRL now, too? Yeah, it's not fun. The thing with video games is supposed to be fun, you know? If you're not having fun with them, it's time to pack it up. Which is what he did. I have more respect for someone who does that than someone who tricks themselves into being like, this is not, you know what I mean? I wish I could have that level of, like, self-care. I don't have it. You know what I mean? I don't have that level of I don't know what it is. I will grind if I have a time restraint like I did with Oblivion. I grinded it until the very end. I don't have the ability. I don't have the methods in place to say to myself, this isn't worth it. I should stop. So ton of respect for Doggy for knowing when it's too much, you know? Welcome back to the stream. 3 years. It's a long time. I'd be doomed if the top one was hype. What do you mean? I mean, I'd just do a day with it. I don't need to, like... You know what I mean? Like, you don't get it. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, yeah. Like, I'd never do anything like... That image was taken in Hawaii, fun fact. I was on vacation in Hawaii at the top of a hill or something. It was like the hardest looking photo ever. I was like, no way that was taken of me. How do I remember that? I just do, man. I don't think a dumbass in every photo. I'm just not very photogenic. I mean, I'm not very, like... What's the word? I don't think attractive is the right word. I don't have a very well-built face. Let's put it that way. So, I guess it's not surprising that that would then translate to photos. I'm just glad I'm not, like, ostensibly, like, ugly. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think I'm visually off-putting. I just look like a doofus. Doofus is not ugly. It's just doofus. You know? Because, you know, life is genuinely easier that way, for sure. Like, I'm serious. That's a bias that, like, everyone kind of knows but doesn't say a lot of the time. Like, if you're not ugly, a lot of opportunities come your way that wouldn't otherwise. It sucks. I guess that's how the world works. Lol. It's not a good thing. Obviously not a good thing, and I mean, I'm not just gonna sit here and be like, nothing we can do about it, just, let's pack it up. But, like, it is, you know? It literally just is. Conscious or unconscious bias, it's just how things go. How many studies have been done that show, like, people will subconsciously trust someone more if they're not ugly? Messed up. But it's like, it's the human brain bias problem. No, it's definitely evolutionary to some aspect. Well, I mean, the way things work is a lot of the things that people will find not ugly are like stuff like being like physically built or like, you know, having good, like stuff that, Like, there's a reason that, like in the wild, there's, like, birds that, like, try to get, like, a billion mates, but they don't, you know what I mean? It's all about, like, what we find. Ugly isn't even real. It's not even, like, a real thing. It's literally just what our brains are trying to scan for, like, who has good genes, pretty much. And we subconsciously trust the people with better genes versus the people who don't. I mean, I guess there's no way to say that, but like in nature, that's just how it works and how it's always worked. The people with the better genes are usually, I mean, even in animals, they're usually more trusted. They become like the leaders of groups and stuff like that. Now, just like anything else, the modern society has exacerbated that concept so drastically that it's like a giant caricature of what it was, to the point where beauty standards are like mega, super, ultra, way beyond what they were. But it still stems from something that I think has been with us forever. If that makes sense. Deppa, thank you for the 100 bits. I am sorry. I literally can't turn them off. I swear to God I can't. It's so annoying. Well, yeah, I mean, the way I look at it, it's just like, it's like how, like, stuff like social media hooks your brain by giving, like, little dopamine hits and stuff like that. Like, yes, the brain is motivated by dopamine hits, and it's important for our survival, but then it's been exacerbated so far to be, like, that people take control of that in order to make money, and then beauty standards are literally the exact same thing, where they take control of that sort of general concept to sell more and more beauty products from higher and higher prices, because people feel like they have to, they won't get the opportunities in life. And maybe it's true. You know. Life of Nick, thank you for the sub. TV shows or movies? I am much bigger into movies than TV shows, because TV shows have a lot of filler and I don't really have the time. Although, watch The Good Place. It's a good one. But it's a lot. No, thank you for the sub. What am I talking about? We were just talking about beauty standards, because I don't remember how we got here. But it is interesting. I'm still playing here, bro. What? You never been on a stream of mine before? What, you thought we were gonna stick to GD? What are we WTFing out here? The Good Place is so good, dude. Seriously, watch it if you're like into anything. If you're like into thinking, you know what I mean? You should check it out. It's really good. You're right. In a way, my streams are just like TikTok. Because there's the bright, colorful screen while we talk about random nonsense. Yeah, I mean, really, it is just a glorified podcast. I need to practice the ending, dude. I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I actually need to, like, individually go through everything. Yeah, really good. Really peak death right there. Like, should I do something different there? It feels like I always die in that area. Like, always. Yeah, because, like, I don't know. I think that's the only reason I've held on to any relevance ever. Dude, why does the, like, if when I die regardless, like, is that what that means? But it's, like, annoying that I die to that, not just the normal thing. Yeah, just gotta do two really quick clicks there. Yeah, there's no point in forcing yourself to play, I feel like. It's not fun. Cheating's supposed to be fun, man. If you don't like it, you don't like it. Unless you really want to do it. But what are you doing it for, right? That's the big question. Are you doing it for the end goal, or are you doing it because you enjoy the experience that you get playing the game? The ups and downs and everything. I know a lot of people that play it for a reason they are gonna come to regret, and then all of a sudden they quit the game, and it's like, and they're all like, GD ruined my life. No, you just played it for the wrong reasons, and now you're here all like, it ruined my life, blah, 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 blah. You were never supposed to play it in the first place. If all you cared about was like the demon list points at the end, or all that sort of everything. You're not gonna have any fun. What's the point, man? Okay, I'm done. What's up, crazy? Hey, Bidra. Yeah, just play, just have fun. I mean, that's the thing. Pushing yourself is only, like, at least to me, pushing myself is only fun if I'm, like, really into the experience. Not even necessarily having fun all the time. I like, as long as I'm feeling something. The worst thing that happens when you're playing a level isn't so much, like, getting upset all the time. It's not feeling anything. That's when I stop, like, playing anything. If I don't feel anything good or bad relating to, like, what's happening on the screen, then it's not engaging anymore. Because I don't hate, like, getting upset and everything. Because at least, like, I feel engaged. I feel like it's part of the journey, you know? That's what I hated about, like, Celestial Force. Oh, it felt so nothing the whole time. It was just like, oh, you're dead, I guess. Hey, CD Music, what's up, dude? CJ18, thank you for the sub. Yeah. Hopefully I'll be verifying Course of Courage. If you guys haven't seen the layout, check it out. That's not the main thing, though, because that's not going to be done for a while. The thing I'm actually going to do should be revealed soon. Soon. I haven't been able to play it as much. I've been really sick. Also crazy, you reminded me, I need to play Sound Dodger too. I was going to, and then I think the week I wanted to, I just couldn't stream much, and then I forgot about it. But I really want to do that at some point. Look up the Force of Courage if you want to see it. It's pretty cool. Return Zero is canceled. It's not a thing anymore, unfortunately. Oh, I just tweeted out that we should stop using the pulse trigger because it hurts my eyes. And then like a million people in my replies. I mean, I kind of wanted that, so. There's like a million people in my replies that were like, you don't know anything about this. Sometimes, I just like messing with people sometimes, man. I don't know. I like messing with people because I know there's going to be a subset of people that like know that I'm not being serious. Not messing with, I don't like messing with people in the way that it actually offends people. Like, the pulse trigger doesn't have a soul, you know, it doesn't care. The people who, like, bait about real people, that's just lame. Because it's like, those people are real, you know? And can maybe misinterpret what you said. Sometimes I like messing with people about something that doesn't really matter. Yes, yeah, you can like increment how absurd your statement is. I think on my pulse trigger one, someone replied, like, "You're not a real creator, shut up." And I replied with, like, the most nonsensical thing you could ever... Like, I literally just I unlocked my brain and just let it run wild. And then they still responded seriously to that, and I thought it was so funny. That was, like, the highlight of my day. Like, I literally responded with actual verbal vomit. And their response was, "Doesn't matter because you're still not a real creator," or something. So good. And yes, I dislike the pulse trigger because it hurts my eyes. So, you know. That should have been used, like the way it's used in, like, Rust. Dude, I can't. What do you want me to do, man? Like, I can't see it. Oh, you found it? It's so easy. It's so easy nowadays. It's because Twitter, like, does that on purpose. It just, like, it finds out what your views are and then sends you down, like, a rabbit hole of, like, the things you don't agree with. Or, like, things you might agree with, but you just barely don't. And so, like, it's just far enough that you're actually upset about it and not just, like, you don't just dismiss it immediately out of hand. It's messed up. I just been at first I was like, I'm better than this. I can just not look at that sort of stuff. But no, it's just not, it's not as easy as I thought it was, man. I just stopped using Twitter as much for the most part. My main solution is I have a friend who does go on Twitter a lot, and then they just send me tweets that are good, and then I don't have to go on it for the most part. It's my big solution. But I kind of focus on a duels. I usually focus... Don't we all kind of focus on the bottom one? I'd be surprised to hear a lot of people that focus on the top one. I feel like most people focus on the bottom one, because usually the bottom one is right side up instead of upside down. Yeah, it depends on the duel, but, like, I feel like 95% of the time I'm focusing on the bottom one. If it's, like, one of those where there's a bottom and a top one and not something like, I don't know, Black Blizzard or something like that. Hold on, I wonder how my brain went there. Alright, you're supposed to focus on the upside down one for dual ship because that's the actual gravity you're in. So is that getting a fix in 2.2? Like, cause how would that even work? Or is it just gonna be like the gravity is now the normal one instead of the... Yeah. Yeah, so how's that gonna work, man? I don't trust it. I don't trust it. Can I be real? I don't trust everything's gonna work smoothly. I feel like a large chunk of our history is gonna get, like, nuked when 2.2 comes out. I wish I didn't have to be so skeptical about it, but I don't know, man. Dude, I'm so good at this cube when I'm from 20 specifically. Have you guys ever noticed that? Like, I like never die there. Literally ever when I'm from that part. Why? What's the secret? It's so weird. I literally just don't get it. Yeah, when I go from 0, all of a sudden I can't do it anymore. I knew it, dude. Wasn't good. Wasn't good. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. Yeah, that's true. Oh yeah, the light is like, it's beaming into that room, man. Dude, I'm not gonna brush my hair every day. That's just the truth, okay? It's just how it is. Because then I have to do it the next day, and I just don't care enough. Same thing was like making my bed. Like, I'm not gonna do that. You wanna know why I play so badly on this level? This first part just drains me because of the microclips, I think. Like, my hand doesn't start to feel weird until I start playing from the beginning. No, I make my bed when I do the laundry, man. That's when I make my bed. You're so high up. Look, some of us care more about... Look, I mean, my bedroom kind of looks like a minefield in a way, but I know how to navigate it. You know what I mean? But there's not even trash on the floor or anything. Like, it's not gross. It's just things are not maybe in the place they should be. That's it, okay? But I know how to navigate it, so I don't care. I care about cleanliness, but I don't care about organization at all. So. I did, yeah. I did a video where I just went through one of my days back when I was, that was 2021, so I was with my parents. No, it's from ReZero. Yeah, 2 years ago now. Well, the biggest hurdle when it comes to mentally improving a GE is you have to figure out what's stopping you first. You have to figure out like what it is that is causing you to have whatever issue. I don't even know what issue it is you're having, because that's such a wide, broad topic, right? What about the mental are you struggling with, you know? And it's like, then you figure out what it is you're struggling with, and then you can start to ask the question, what can I do to make that better? I'm playing with my A key now. For real. That's what Matt does, but instead of being unable to do the first robot in Edge of Destiny, he beats Firework. And like the bottom 5% of attempt counts, so you know, we're not the same. That's true. Okay, well, I can use the D key now. Here we go. It's just, it's not, I don't have the ability, you know? Just, you wanna know what it is? I can only play, because of the games I've played, I can only, oh, this is, okay. When I click something hard on a keyboard, it's with my middle finger, not my pointer finger. Because of Celeste, I think. Because that's what you jump with. Thumb? What does thumb do? Why not the ring? What's wrong with that one? Oh, I thought we were talking about Celeste. I was like, which of the 3 buttons does the... Like, thumb is how... You know, that's where I was. No way. I remember this conversation. We had this before, didn't we? We've been down this rabbit hole. Good. I want more today. I'm in a more mood, or I get more done than normal. Because I want to move on, and I can't move on if I'm not moving on. You know, I have a very good one after Edge of Destiny, but we gotta do it first. Well, I'm having a better time with this than Oblivion because I'm streaming. I think Oblivion's really good. Like, literally one of the best, like, top 50s. It's just the conditions I was playing it in were not good. Because I had a time constraint, and I failed the time constraint, and I couldn't stream it. Wasn't that fun. Yeah, I don't know. It does sound correct. Like, August is when I released that video. I don't know. I can't compare the two. They're so different in every way. If you want to know how the Oblivion experience was, I mean, video's there. I mean, it will say it better than I ever could. That was, you know, that was fresh right there. Bro. Yeah, I mean, the wave, it's weird. It's like if I focus really hard on it, I can do it a lot of the time. But I also can't focus, you know. I can't focus every time I get there. So I die a lot, and then I stop focusing, and then this whole thing. And then when I do focus, then I die to the ship. Because the ship is like the hardest part for me, because I'm not good at ship, and then it's this whole loop where I don't get anything done. Oblivion felt impossible. Like, this doesn't feel impossible. Even if it's maybe harder. The thing with Oblivion, the reason it was so hard for me is because the way my brain works, like, it's so many inputs in a row. It is so many inputs in a row that I need to do at a specific level, and there's no, like, break. There's no part where I can just go, I can chill now. And there's, like, because End of Destiny has, like, a bunch of parts I can just, like, reset, you know? Where I can just relax, I can just... But Oblivion has no reset. It's like, and that's why I died so many times at the end, because like that mental fatigue of like, you did all these inputs in a row and there's still more. It was just like, it's so much. Not the doping argument again, we're not doing it. I don't like Lazaretta. I don't. Not my cup of tea, man. One gram. You should get like double this points, anything you do off that. Yeah, mouse is dying, I guess. I don't know why. It just simply is. But I'm not gonna not, like, I need to. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's what I mean. Doggy's a keyboard player now. Yeah, that's also what I think. I think the meta is moving to, towards it being more acceptable to put, like, 8, 9 CPS hard click stuff in your levels, and therefore keyboard's much better for it. So, you know, but whatever. Yeah, I just blocked Doggy yesterday. Had enough. After my 8th text wall. I do like windy landscape. I did block him because of that, yeah. Yeah, I'll be the last good mouse player. The conversation went something like this. I was like, Doggy, why'd you switch? Why'd you switch upper? And he was like, because I want to, which is, you know, obviously rookie response. He doesn't know what he's getting himself into here with me. So, you know, I go on to explain, you know, the legion of GD players and how, you know, our legacy involves us using the mouse and how we're intertwined with the tool and how going against that is basically sacrilege and I'm not going to interact with someone who's going to participate in such an activity. And then he was like, dude, you need to calm down, which, I mean, what a pathetic response, right? I mean, come on. And so, you know, I basically said, if you don't return to traditionalist values and kind of take a step back here, I'm gonna have to block you, and, you know, and then I'm gonna, you know, harass you on my YouTube and Twitch channel. So, you know, make your final decision. And then he was like, fine, screw you. So, yeah, I guess I'm just never talking to him ever again. It was sad, but, you know, we're oppressed, you know, us mouse players. We're a dying kind. You have to stick up for ourselves, you know? Theodore Grant. Amen. It's always true, yeah. I've always wondered, because it's like, I found a large subset of, like, the Spanish community does not like me. And I wonder if it's just because they, like, watched one of my streams, and, like, it wasn't clear that I was being sarcastic to them. And so they just kind of ran with it. Who knows? Or maybe they just genuinely don't like me. Maybe it's just, like, a values thing. Who knows? I don't know, I'm not them. That's also true. Yeah, we don't know. I didn't think about that. Okay, well now that's racist. So, what now, Luigi? Ever tried cobwebs? No, and that will stay that way forever. It's like 45 seconds long. I'm not opening that level. I'll give you guys a little clue as to how to have a good time in this game. If the level is top 30 and the length of the level is less than 2 minutes, you don't want to open it. It's not going to be good whatever's in there. Just trust me. Oblivion's like the barely in the range of okay. just knew I didn't have a good click. I didn't have a good grip on it. I knew I wasn't gonna survive for some reason. That's so stupid. Just call me STR, thank you for the sub. You know when you just do a soft ass click and you're like, I'm not making it through here. So annoying. It's like, just like your hand just doesn't, it won't. It's not going to happen that time. Peter run crack. For real. Yeah, it's just like all of a sudden like an alert goes up. It's like you're dead, it's over, and you're like, no, come on. Compare more songs in GD. There's some good ones. Didn't they make that one song that I was playing not too long ago was like Still Into You or something? They made that, right? That was pretty fun in Mania. I don't know if I like the song that much, but it made for a good map. If that's who made that. The only Paramore songs I know are from Mania. Like Passion Fruit on DT, so good as a map. It's like the best, like, speed jump stream hybrid map ever. And all you have to do is put it on DT and it becomes that. It's so good. Well, I don't know how you get it. Because I think it's a convert. No, not a, no, yeah, like a Eterna convert. I don't even know where I got it. One day I just downloaded like 1 million Eterna packs. I'd say it's like alpha. I hate having to like rank things like that, but it's like, I mean, you have a better idea of how to rank it, because you can't even use BPM, really. Yeah, I put my hair in a ponytail before, like to do the dishes and stuff. But like, this is the thing, I'm not gonna do anything to alter my hair because it takes effort, and I don't care. Like, all I'm gonna do is wash my hair every 2 days. That's what I'm gonna do. Actually, I do it like 2 to 3. Like, not every time. I don't wash my hair every single time I shower because I feel like it dries it out for some reason. Like if I use shampoo and conditioner every time, I don't know. Like I wash my hair like 2 out of 3 times, I'd say. Well, now that Matt has successfully completed Expert Lobby, I will go back to Strawberry Jam soon. Isn't that exciting? Yeah, I didn't think it was good to wash your hair every day. Anyway, yeah, people get mad when you try to estimate the difficulty of something and you use, like, Dan difficulties, because it's not really, like, objective. But what is objective? What are we going to use? Star rating? Are we going to use, like, it's not good, but it's, what else do you want us to do? BPM? I mean, what, you could have a 270 chart, like, what, Slavic goblins versus, like the Empress, and they're not, like... They're not even, like, really that different in terms of density, but the patterning, you could say one's more trilly than the other. You know what I mean? Like, they're not the same. You can't... What do you do, right? It's so hard. Yeah. That's... I played it the other day. It was like, literally, there's 0 breaks. Not even a one little measly speck of a time where you can relax. I got like an 89%. I was like, actually like, I was playing like, oh, we'll see how we do. We'll get it. No, I actually got my ass beat. And it's like the whole time I couldn't read anything because it was like, it was just so much of it. Even though I could totally like see the notes, like I couldn't read it. I don't know. It's like the whole time. Am I? I don't know if I'm down for that today. I'm trying to think. What day is it today? Friday? Okay. You might want to trust my judgment and wait 2 days, unless you want to hang out 2 days from now. Two mods say Wednesday. Well, it's not Wednesday. I know it's not Wednesday. The question was between Friday and Saturday, so I immediately dismissed that option. Hold on, hold on. I'll just message you. Sorry, guys. Yeah, see what I mean? So it might be best to just wait 2 days. Nah, bro, Tuesdays are the worst one. Tuesdays, I've said this like a million times, I'll always stand by this. Tuesdays are the worst day of the week. Because Monday, you're like, whatever, it was like, you know, I haven't really taken in the fact that I have 5 days of this yet. And then Tuesday, it really hits you. It's the same concept like when you're playing like a really hard stamina map. Like, when you enter the stamina part, you're not thinking, like, oh, it's gonna be so bad. Like, you're just like, okay, we're doing this, you know, it's happening. But then you get, like, 2/5 of the way through, and you're like, oh, no, I have so much left, and I'm already running out of stamina. How in the world am I gonna get there? It's the exact same principle. It's, like, really setting in what's about to happen here. No, I think the best day, I think the best time is Friday night. Back when I cared about any of that sort of thing. There's just so much to look forward to. Especially for like hanging out with your friends. It's just like, we got infinity hours from now until we have to care again. Isn't that great, guys? Sunday evening was so brutal. Man, I think school just sucked. I shouldn't have to have cared that much, like... Not good. I don't get how people are out there like, you'll miss high school, it'll be the best years of your life. I don't know many people who genuinely think that. High school sucks, man. You never do anything. It just feels like you're being babysat for hours, and you're not, like, no one actually cares about teaching you anything that matters. Like, even ignoring, social stuff, you know what I mean? Like, some people will have a better social experience in high school than anywhere else, but that doesn't mean it's the best. It's just, you got lucky there. You know? I think the actual concept is stupid. Well, not the concept of school. I mean the way that it's implemented. Yeah, that's true, but I don't know. Friendships in high school are just so, like... I mean, you got that one guy, you know, that you're like, you know, you do anything for them. But then outside of that, it's just, like... It's just so hard to get any, like, real connection. And then when you get into your, like, adult life, I feel like the connections you make feel a lot more real. And I think it's also just because of the kind of person I am. I don't want, like, 1 billion friends. I want, like, 3 friends that I know everything about. And we just go through life together. That's what I want. I don't want 50 friends that I contact. I want me and 3 guys, and we're doing it all, you know? That's it. That's all I want. We're going to this. We're doing this. This is happening. That's all I want. So I think because I like that sort of thing, I prefer not high school. Because there was just so many people. It was overwhelming. That went off Felix. I mean, also, friends are just RNG. I have friends now that I will probably talk to until I'm, like, dead. Like, you know what I mean? So I guess I'm kind of biased there. Yeah, but yeah, having so many friends, there's so much energy to extend. Yeah, amen. Jock infestation. I still find it funny that the person who looked like the most stereotypical jock was like the only person I had a real conversation with for like 2 years. It was crazy. I mean, I've talked about this like a million times, but it's like so many people there were just the only there was like one class. There was like a physics class I took that the people in there were actually chill, and I enjoyed hanging out with them. And then outside of that, every single class that I was in was just people usually bragging about how much trouble they got into or what drugs they were doing, and not like the safe drugs. I'm talking real drugs, like actual insane, batshit, crazy, like stuff that you should never touch. And they were just bragging about how much of that they were doing. They were on it right now. Let's go to the bathroom and do something right now. Scary stuff. I think a lot of it had to do with the fact that the school was literally 95% white. I think maybe 97%. There was no diversity. No diversity, and everyone was rich as hell. Crazy. It wasn't vape yet, like, for the most part. I don't even know if they would have done vape. Vape probably was too late for them. Like, they were doing drugs. And I wanted nothing to do with that, so I didn't make a lot of friends. But it was like, one day I remember I was skipping class, and like the most stereotypical jock that I had known like a little bit, but we didn't really talk seriously. I was in the bathroom, we were like washing our hands or something, and then he like striked up a conversation, and then I realized he was like actually sentient and not like I don't want to demean these people, but a lot of them were just really racist. And I don't know how much that was because of the drugs they were abusing or how much, like life at home. Just people I don't want to associate with. I mean, at what level, you know what I mean? I don't imagine myself to be above people because I know a lot of it is just their upbringing and stuff like that. But that also, I can't, I mean, what am I supposed to do, you know? And it's like, we were starting a conversation there, and he was skipping too, so we were just like, because with the class we were in, I'm not going to get into that, but that was like, the classroom was just really bad, and we didn't like going in there. And so because we started talking about that, because the way he struck up the conversation, it was like, he was like, you're skipping too, and I'm like, yeah, let's go to that class. It's really annoying. And then we just kind of walked around we went outside and walked around the field for a while and just talked about stuff, and it was like really nice. We talked about like, our families, stuff we'd like to do. It was a really odd moment of human connection in a place I did not think I was going to get one. Especially with someone who looked like they were, like, exactly like that. Which is, you know, another lesson we say it a million times, but don't trust a book by its cover, right? I mean, like, he really genuinely looked like there wasn't a single thought going on in his head, but it was really profound. And I really enjoyed that conversation. Something I still remember to this day. It was weird. That experience in my school was weird because my lack of care for anything made some people really interested in me, if that makes any sense. So I would find myself in the weirdest situations. Yeah, it made no sense to me. It's so weird, yeah. It's not even like I wasn't open, because I just wasn't really interested in a lot of the stuff that people were interested in. People wanted to figure out why. A lot of the time I would find myself at like I would get invited to, like, this giant-ass lunch table of 1 billion people, and I'd see what it's about. And they were just, like, the whole time they were trying to, like, figure me out. Because I was very weird to them. The fact that I wasn't interested in a lot of the same stuff they were interested in. Stuff like drugs, stuff like, you know. Because a lot of people, especially at that age, everyone's hormones are going crazy. At that point, I already knew that I was ace. I already knew that I wasn't really interested in that sort of stuff. And they caught up on that. They figured out because of the way everyone was talking, and because I don't really have a filter, I like to be open about stuff like that. You know what I mean? I like to talk about stuff like that. I mean that's a big mistake in a school like that, obviously, as I came to learn. But I mean, I can't be fake no matter what happens. I can't do it. It's like a genuine issue. Like maybe not issue is the right word, but there's a certain group of people I can't mix with because I don't know how to hide my true feelings about stuff. I can't do it. My brain doesn't like doing it. It really, like, it feels painful in a way. Because the way that my logic system works is I very strongly feel that if I lie about something, it will come back to haunt me. Like, if I lie about some aspect of my personality or something like that, like, that's not something I want to maintain. Optical, thank you for the gift sub. I appreciate it, man. It was just like, CGM, what's up? I don't know how, for my own benefit, it makes me kind of awkward in a lot of social situations, because I'll just shut down if someone starts throwing red flags out in the air, you know, I have trouble, you know, ignoring them for societal things, and I don't want to have to keep up a lie or anything like that, and so that me not wanting to do drugs, me not wanting to do this and this, a lot of my weirder behaviors, a lot of people wanted to figure me out, try to figure out what I was about, what I cared about. So I feel like I talked to every single person in that school at some point or another. But I don't think they were ever satisfied with their results. It was like I was a test subject or something. And I mean, I am weird. It's a very alienating experience. Tame? I mean, my school experience wasn't, like, bad. It wasn't, like... I got bullied a little bit. But, I mean, I don't think it's something that needs to be compared to everyone else's experience. I just thought it was weird. I thought it was interesting. I thought the people at the school were definitely rather weird, though, for sure. Everything would have changed if school remained in session when the meme blew up, though. Everything would have changed. For worse. I may not be alive. But very luckily, I never had to deal with it, so. Yeah, I mean, they're all losers. You know what I mean? Like, it's so obvious to everyone. I still find it really funny that when I was getting bullied in, like, 3rd grade, I cooked up an excuse that I had autism to get out of it. And it was right, but I didn't know it. Actual clutchest move I've ever pulled. I was like, this needs to end. Let's see if I can find a way to get this to happen. I'll just lie and say I have autism now. Let's see if they keep doing it, because then I can get the teachers involved, and then it's a whole different story. And then so I came up with that, and they were like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, we won't continue doing this," because they knew that the kind of school we're at, you couldn't continue. It was a really small school. You couldn't continue to bully someone who said they had something like that. So I was like, genius move. No one will ever mess with me ever again. And it's true, for some reason. You wanna know something that really made me bad at socializing when I was a kid? I don't know if this is like a universal experience, but I feel like a lot of people, especially in like the age range, like 8 to 12, I'd say, they kind of do this thing where they like try to find ways to like rank their friends, or they'll have like a specific order at the lunch table, or they'll like rank friends with specific titles and stuff like that. And that was something that I always hated so badly that I just couldn't really adapt to it. I don't know how to describe it. That was something that never sat right with me. Yeah, I mean, it's totally cruel, but it's just a different story at that age, you know. Yeah. Well, I mean, you have friends you hold close. That's a difference. Optical thing of 100 bits. What does that have to do with, like... I don't know. I've said this before, but I feel like neurodivergent people are a lot more susceptible to, like, introspection and that sort of thing. Because there's always this general sense of, I'm not like the others, so what's with that? And behaviors you do as a kid kind of follow you, which is why I think I'm so introspective now, because it's something that I've been doing for a very long time. So... it just feels more natural to me than running away from my feelings or hiding them in some other way. because I'm very intense about the ways that I go about things. Not a lot of bathroom fights. Mostly the fights were in the big-ass, like, lunch area, for the most part. Usually really far away from me, like, closer to, like, the gym door. Sometimes you just get to watch them from a distance. They're pretty insane. No way. Yeah. They don't really know how to hurt each other, like, seriously. They're just kind of, you know, whatever that is. There's a decent amount of fights. I mean, I'm gonna guess the drugs didn't help, right? Yeah, no, because, I mean, the people who know how to fight are usually disciplined enough not to. For the most part. Because then, if you know how to fight, you know what that actually, like, means to fight. For the most part. You know it's not worth it for whatever random argument you're having. Because that's a universal experience, is watching, like, two people fight that have no idea what they're doing. Cool. I've never had to defend myself. I don't know how it would go if it did. But I know things, I guess. I'd get back into martial arts if it wasn't so expensive, man. I mean, you know, it's just, like, not something I can afford, nor do I have the time. Come on, man. Friend almost got jumped over a cookie? That's so ridiculous. I feel like every story I hear about someone getting, like, badly damaged in, like, a fight, it goes like that. Like, it's just like someone was walking at a bar and they, like, accidentally bumped into someone and then they decided to, like, roundhouse kick them in the head and knock them over. It's always over nothing. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people just look for excuses to fight. You know, they never had good anger management. come on! Wow, this is a really frustrating session. I died at the end of that ship like 3 times. Yeah. Optical, thank you for the gifts, I appreciate it. It was like the shortest click I've ever done at the top of that ship. Someone set off fireworks in the gym? Jesus. I don't know if this level's 1-to-1 with Thunder, Blade of Justice. I think there are some differences. I'd imagine. It plays too good for there not to be a few differences. You know what I mean? Or just like where the hitboxes are, maybe. Odie, thank you for the sub. You know, someone's very, very good. It doesn't play around, you know. It's real. Someone pulling the fire alarm in the middle of a... Wow, that's really annoying. Wow. What the hell? My brain remembers something, but it's like in such small fragments. I'll attempt after this attempt. What? Okay, so I don't know what it was at all, but we were in Spanish class and we were watching a movie and something happened. I don't know what it was. Something to do with an eyeball getting like peeled or something like insane. And I don't know why it happened, but it was like actually like gruesome, like in whatever we were watching. And then like I think like 3 people threw up or something. It was crazy. It was like a giant, it was like on the news or something. It was like a giant spectacle. So I don't remember what it was. Because I'm pretty sure my reaction was to immediately stop watching whatever it was. Because even then I was like, no, whatever it is, I don't need to put it in my brain for later. You know what I mean? It's not worth it, whatever it is. And then whatever it was made people throw up, like 3 people throw up or something. And I was like, and I don't think they'll ever show whatever that was ever again. Yeah, I have no idea. I don't have a very strong memory of whatever it was. I just know something was about to happen to an eyeball, and I just closed my eyes. I was like, no, I don't. The moment I realized something actually bad was gonna happen, I was like, don't need to see this anymore. You know, it's just not required. Today? Some kid got expelled today for lighting the bathroom on fire. What? No way. Because they want to, like, prove themselves or something. You know what I mean? That's ridiculous. Was it still in high school during the devious like trend? I don't think so. I don't remember that happening. When was that? $2021? Yeah, I was out of school. I graduated 2020, so. That was so stupid. That one actually pissed me off, like, really. I'm not, like, a super easy to piss off guy, but I was so mad at that one. Yeah, I think American schools specifically are really bad. Oh yeah, the people that were like licking things to try to get like COVID and everything. That was a bad time. That was a really, really, really bad time, dude. I can't believe someone died due to the Benadryl challenge. I can't believe someone's actually dead because of that. Like, what? Like, a human life is gone forever. The most damaging trend? I wonder. I mean, the stuff where people were, like, licking things to get COVID, they probably, even if they didn't, maybe they spread it to their family members, who a lot of them could be older. I wonder what trend has caused the most deaths, yeah. It's sad that that's even a thing. How many people died to the Tide Pod challenge? Was that, like, was that real? That reminds me of this one video I saw once where this guy just stands in front of a moving train and hopes that it stops, and it does, and then he goes to jail for like 30 years. You guys remember that video? Oh my god. That was like at the peak of TikTok is ruining everything right there. That one was crazy, dude. Yeah, that is natural selection. There's no excuse for that, right? Like, what are you do- What? Look, what? 12,000 points in control calls because of the Tide Pod thing? Are you serious? What proof do you have of that? I don't believe you. 12,000 is too big of a number. You need to provide something that... I don't believe you. That number is too big, right? That number is too grossly large for me to believe it. I can't be alone in thinking that. Yeah, like, it can't be that bad. 12,000. 8 people died because of it. Wow. It's just sad. It's easy. The easiest thing to do is to say they're all stupid, natural selection, blah, blah, blah. Because, I mean, in some aspects, yeah, but you also gotta look at, like, a lot of these people, it's just like, they have the stuff like mental disorders, they have stuff like, they weren't raised right at all, you know what I mean? People who are, like, out on the streets. There's a lot of really bad situations people get put in. And then, one day, they, you know, Stumble across the wrong thing. And I mean, I don't know. It still is natural selection in a way, but it's not. It's never going to stop me from feeling bad. I only stop feeling bad whenever the thing they're doing is causing actual harm to others. Then I'm just like, good riddance, dude. Like, I'm sorry, but if you're like the guy who just stood in front of a moving train, like, you could have caused so much damage. That's the consequence of that action. You know what I mean? If you're gonna do something that's gonna cause harm to others, it's like, I feel bad, but I can't, like... There's no, like, you did that, man. I don't know what to tell you. It sucks, but you did it. And it's over. What is the blackout challenge? Oh, I think I can put it together. Was that the one that someone was talking about recently where they were just, like, actually, like, asphyxiating themselves until they passed out? 7.7K is still ridiculous. That is ridiculous if that's real. That's crazy. I don't know about this NyQuil chicken one. But isn't that another... What sort of drug is NyQuil? Like, what's category? That's not an antihistamine, is it? That's something else. It sounds like it'd be in the same category as, like, Ambien. But I don't know what kind of drug that is. Oh, it's a cough syrup? Okay. Come on, what's the word? So... Cough medicine is not the same as opioids, right? But what is lean? Because that's cough syrup. I don't remember, like, what actual drug classification that is. It's opioid, right? Yeah. Oh yeah, it's insane. But the problem is, I think, as I've said before, the problem with TikTok is the market's already been created. You can't delete. You can delete TikTok, but the market will always exist, and then another thing will come in its place. It's the damage is done forever. I don't think there's any healing. Yeah, when I think lean, I think opioid. So I guess NyQuil is also opioid related. Don't do opioids, kids. Lol. Obviously. Okay, Fed. True. Oh, yeah, they did. I mean, I'm sure they did. But also, I don't think they had quite as much access to the... I don't know how to describe it. I agree that older generations did some dumb stuff. I know because I've heard stories from people of said generations, right? You know? The TikTok is just different, man. It just... Are we sure older generations have learned? They seem kind of stupid to me. Now they're just watching news and taking everything they see at face value. That's what they're doing all day. I don't think this is a generational problem. I think this is a human problem that will never be solved, ever. as long as people know how to exploit it and there's no way to stop people from exploiting it. I never knew anything about Vine. I wasn't on the internet. Ace Attorney, you guys, you wanna do yourselves a favor? Stop going on TikTok and start downloading Ace Attorney on the Switch, the trilogy. That's what you're gonna do. You wanna scroll through text? Do it there. I promise you won't regret it. It's really good. Dude, the 4th Ace Attorney game on the DS is so good. It might just be my favorite one. It's so good. Has anyone played them all? I think we can all agree 1, 2, 3 bangers, 4 super banger, 5, well, you know, and then 6 like pretty good. 6 took a little bit. Yeah, 1 through 4 is insane. 6, like, it gets there. Chocolate milk, I agree, but only because, like, I'm where I'm at right now. You have to understand, like, a lot of people who start doing stuff like drinking cough syrup and they know is gonna harm them just to feel a buzz, is they're so sad and stuck in life. And it's hard to understand that pain unless you've gone through it. That's why I never feel, like with a lot of drug users, I just feel a lot of pity. Like most. I mean, there's a very, it's actually a much smaller subset of people than you'd imagine that like really understood what they were getting themselves into when they started doing drugs, and they just wanted to escape from that pain, and they would do anything for it. Yeah, Apollo Justice is so good. I love Apollo Justice. It's such a good game, man. At first I was like, I don't know, you know, it's a lot, you know, it's a lot of changes, but then I was like, oh, okay. Oh yeah. Ooh, oh yeah, you know what I mean? And then that kept going on. It was really good. It was really fire. Well, 5 is kind of trash. It's not that bad. It's just there's one element. I don't want to spoil anything if anyone wants to play it, but there's just one thing about 5 that makes it 1 billion trillion quillion. GG. That completely destroyed my sentence. Quillion came out of my mouth. It was over. Quillion? New large number. Exactly, yeah. That's a good way of putting it. I like the fact that the word trigintillion is real. That's a really good one. Or duodecillion. It's another banger. Those are both real. I don't know, duodecillion just rolls off the tongue so nicely. No, those are real. They exist in reality. You guys ever have like a who can make the highest number contest with your friends? Like 1, 10, 100. Okay, infinity. Well, then infinity plus 1. Oh, okay, well, infinity times infinity squared again to the infinity power. And then it'd be like infinity factorial. And then it'd be like infinity factorial. That's a crazy one. I know it's not a number. I said when I was like 8. Oh my god, I know. You guys. Accessible cardinal. I've seen the video. I've seen the video, I know. I know where we're going here. The Owl of Null. I know, but there was actually some infinities. Bigger than other infinities. It was a really good video, actually. I don't know why I'm hating. Every Vsauce video is a banger, because... have you ever seen someone dislike Vsauce in your life? Literally, ever. There's, I don't know, a single person in the universe that's like, oh, I don't like Vsauce, it's not a very good... Or like, I've never seen such a comment in my life, I think. Yeah, literally. Vsauce is so cool, the teachers would put him on. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's that level. Yeah, he's timeless. He's learn if it's optical. What if pi just ends, you know? Can it really go on forever? 3.14 done. Yeah, we don't need any more. I figured it out. Pi solved. For real. Yeah, pi should become 3. Make it a solid number. Like, let's go easy. You know what I mean? We don't need all the digits. No, pi ends. Trust me. I was at the end of it. I was there. Last digit's a 7. I get it, that's a good one. That was a good joke. Like, it's respectable, you know what I mean? You're right. Is that true? Yeah, the library... Does the Library of Babel have every digit of pi? Is that how that works? No, right? I just don't believe that's real. Yeah, pi of infinite. If pi is infinite, it has the number 99999999999999998, like in infinity times. That's the funniest part. Like, if something, if there's an infinite amount of digits, if something happens once, it also happens an infinite amount of time also. If it's infinite. Then again, I think what's actually happening is we just don't have a good enough, like, construct to put something like pi in, and it's just more complicated that our stupid-ass brains just can't, like, comprehend it all. That's what I think the real answer is. Like, who's to say our brains are powerful enough tool to compute? Stuff like that. I mean, math is wrong anyway. It's not, like, complete. We can't divide things by 0. What is the imaginary plane? What is the complex plane? What is any of that? Right? It's just... math is just, like... The way to think of math is, like... You know how in the beginning they were looking up at the stars and they're like, what is that? You know, well, let's try to figure out whether any of it is. So they started doing things, and then if that just continues to go on forever, that's what math is. It's just like, just trying to like, figure out the relationships between stuff. And then if you get more complex, it's like physics, but math is more so like the actual like, logical constraints that involve some of these like, you know. Oh, that's true. There's no numbers. That's right. Bro, we need the math too. It's real. We just need it, you know? That's true. Complex numbers do a lot. It's like you can use them to get to the real answers that you want. Very often. I don't know if we're ever gonna get like a better math though. Dude, people just make up. Is dark energy even real? Have we proved that dark energy and matter like actually exists? Or is it still just like we don't actually know? Because the only reason we think it exists is because things are happening that don't make sense unless we introduce those concepts, but I don't know if we've ever actually proved that they exist. We've seen antimatter. But isn't it like 70% we've never like seen it or something? Like not in like that amount of it. Like where is it all at? That's the problem. Like if it was so common, you think you'd see more of it. Mm-hmm. Here's a question. So, like, you know how technically we have a gravitational pull on Saturn, like all of us, and every other everything ever? How is that tracked? Is that anywhere? Like, is there a change in the atoms that make us up in Saturn that you could ever, like, does it exist? Does that force actually exist? Because it's like, because something would have to then move like a Planck length in order for it to matter. Can things move at like a sub-pixel or something? Is the Planck length like 1 pixel? And you can, like, if you get enough of them, it just magically, like, teleports to the next one? Well, I know gravity's real, man. I'm just saying, does it, like, how is that tracked? Like, it's such a minute force. Tune to the fish, thank you for the sub. Yeah, is it like sub-pixel movement? Or, like, I don't get how... It's so complex, yeah. I don't get how there could be a distance that you can't be shorter than the distance of it, right? That doesn't make any sense. How could you make an indivisible slice of distance? Right, yeah. Something shorter than a Planck length, a black hole forms? Why? Okay. It just does. Integer underflow. Wait, really? It can't be real. Do they know? Like, is that... That's true. Like, when the universe doesn't know what to do, it's like, everything into this point. I don't know. I mean, we can't see what's inside of it. It literally makes it all feel like a glitch because it's like, oh, we don't know what's happening here. Let's just make a giant hole that you can't see into the bottom of. What then? What are you gonna do now, researchers? You know, it literally feels like a glitch. Like, it's like... We don't know, like, you can't comprehend this, or use this, you can't find out the truth. Use that. It's so stupid. We still don't know what's at the, like, what actually is going on there, right? Like, at the bottom of one of those things, or anything? Yeah, like spaghettifies the everything. I remember seeing something about, like, if you compress matter, it becomes like this matter lasagna in, like, neutron stars or something. I don't remember if that's specifically what it was. And, like, it can, like, glitch. It might glitch one day and make, like, strange quarks take over or something. And then they'll just take over the entire universe instantly and then it's all over. Something like that. Well, there's top quarks, so maybe. I don't know. I still need to watch that one video I got recommended. Like, if the universe came from nothing, what was the nothing? And it was like 50 minutes. Like, what can you talk about for 50 minutes? What do you know? It's nothing. There's nothing. What's the nothing? Right? Like, that confused me because it was like... There's no way you have any clue. What are you going to talk about for 40 minutes? What was the nothing before the nothing? Right? Yeah, it's like, I don't know. Because, like, I've often thought to myself, okay, so if the nothing came or whatever, then this is an infinite cycle and it keeps repeating infinite universes forever and that's how it goes. But that still has to come from something, right? Unless time just doesn't matter and it's always this way and time is just a circle that goes in and loop forever and we don't even see it. And so it never formed. What if it was that? What if it literally matter just never formed at any specific point in time? It just started at some random point in a loop and just continuously did it forever for no reason. Like there was never any specific point that made the matter. I do like the entertaining idea that, like, this universe thing just loops constantly because it means we will have this exact conversation, everyone in their exact same position, like this, again, at some point. So, this is really funny. Empire State, thank you for the sub. That would be crazy, and there's no way we would ever know it. And also, if that's true, this is the infinite time we've had this conversation. Because time doesn't matter, because there was no starting point, right? We only started at a point where an infinite amount of times of this happened beforehand, and also after, and we're just in the middle, but there's no middle, because it's a circle forever, and we're just at the random point of the circle. And it's like, no, there doesn't have to be a first time we've had this conversation. I think first is a human contract, the first thing of something. What if it's literally just, yeah, we've already had this conversation an infinite amount of times, like, if that's how that is, which we don't even know if that's how that is. It's probably not, but, like, if the universe loops endlessly, that is that's the truth of the situation, is that we've done this an infinite amount of times, I guess. So just think, if you wanted some goal and you didn't achieve it, you will, eventually, you know what I mean? And also everything else that could ever happen to a human being. And also you'll be every one of the quadrillion ants probably at some point. So that's a journey to look forward to. Yeah, literally. It should be every tree. Every tree, bro. You get pissed on by dogs all the time. And you're all the dogs that piss on the trees, and you're the piss. You also become every particle that makes up the piss at some point. So. You know, it's actually human nature to think like that, which is why it's probably not true. But it's my favorite theory because that's what my brain wants it to be. It's like, you know, like, because when people trip on shrooms, they're like, I'm connected with everything in a way that I never knew because, you know, the human ideal of how it all works, it's like, we are all of this at some various point forever, you know. But I mean, since it's it's one of those things where I don't think humans can come up with what it really is all about. Like, I'm sure whatever it is so insanely beyond us that, but I mean, it's still fun to have my own, like, theories on what it is, right? I'm only human. I can only have human theories, even if they seem ludicrous. You know? I don't need to solve it all. It's fun to imagine, you know? It's fun to imagine with the tools we have what's up. Yeah, you never know. Yeah, it was in like the Library of Alexandria and it got burned down. The human mind is the greatest thing we've ever found. That's true. There's no arguing that. Yeah, if that's true, if it literally loops, then every possible configuration, like, GD would happen in an infinite amount of universes, and, like, the top levels would be different in every single universe. But also, you would have an infinite amount of universes where Tartarus is the one, but you'd also have, like, a level we've never heard of before that would just be iconic to billions of people. It's, like, crazy. Joy did top 1. No way. I mean, there would be an infinite universes where that would be the name of a top 1, and also an infinite amount of configurations that make up said level, and an infinite amount of songs, because the songs wouldn't be stable, right? That would also be everything, every note you could put. That's what I would want, because I wouldn't be conscious to notice that I've been looping through here forever, because if we've been looping, this isn't the first one, right? I would know by now, and someone else would too, right? So if that's how it is, Timo, thank you for the raid. If that's how it is, then, you know, it's like, it doesn't really, like that, I want that one, because then I get to experience everything. But there's no I, you know what I mean? I am this construct that exists right now, but that doesn't mean that I'm like some unique. This is just the form that I am in right now that I've taken. I don't think there's anything that technically makes me any different from the rest of the universe. I just happen to be walking and talking, right? Kind of crazy to think about, though. It's just like, I know, it's one of those things, like, everyone, I think, is, to a certain extent, they think that they are separate from the rest of the universe. Because, I mean, that's the obvious conclusion, but, like, it's crazy that, like, the particles that make me have existed in some form, like, for billions of years, and I'm, like, borrowing them. And I've come together into this form to process thoughts for some reason. And there's no reason why. It just is. Yeah, it's just like these were the particles I have. They were given to me, but there's no me. You know, the sense of self is entirely constructed by the particles that I was given for the sake of whatever it is I am supposed to do, which is nothing. Maybe I'm just a Boltzmann brain. For real. Yeah, or why, really. The problem I have with it all, and I think the main thing is, like, there's no evolutionary purpose for being able to, like, think the things I think and do the things I do. Right? There's no, like, nature doesn't just make this happen. Vampiro, thank you for the raid. Nature doesn't make me able to, like, think the things I think, to be able to do complex math and stuff like that. The brain we have can do it, but why? Why is there a configuration of atoms that make this happen? You have all these different processes, you know, all these, like, chemicals going, because we're chemical systems, you know, our brain is and everything. Yeah, nature made the brain very adaptable. We grew past that to something else. Well, what is free will, right? What? Whose will? Technically, I mean, yeah, I guess you, but like, I don't know how to like describe it. As I said, it's like we're just collections of particles that we're chemical systems that want this and this and this. But we only exist as part of the whole thing. I don't know if there's any like, can I do this in objectivity? Like, I am a separate creature from the I'm a separate creature from the rest of the universe in that I have a sense of self and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, the things I'm affecting are just a further part of the universe. And technically, I am the same as it. I don't know if I have the will to do anything other than to be a part of the universe and just do whatever the hell I want to do. I feel free in that way, I guess, you know? Yeah. I wouldn't say it's nihilism. I'm not one of the people that's like, oh, it's so bad, there's no point. I really enjoy getting to be alive and experiencing things. I think it's awesome that whatever the universe is, I'm a part of it, and I can realize that I'm a part of it, and I'm part of some giant mechanism that is moving somewhere just to do it, you know? There doesn't even have to be a goal, right? Hold on, I need to do something. LOL. Yeah, I don't think there has to be a reason. I think the fact that I don't think there's a reason doesn't bum me out. I think it's just how humans are. We're trying to find a reason or purpose, everything. But I find that, and the way that I process and think about things, my purpose, quote unquote, is just to experience whatever it is that I am. You know? I want to do the things I want to do just because I want to do them. And that gives it meaning to me. Because I want to do them. And that's just what I am, so it is. Yeah, it's so hard to put these thoughts into words. It makes you sound crazy. And I mean, I'm not saying I'm not a bit, but I still really like talking about this sort of thing. Yeah, I'm in awe of the fact that I want anything, right? Like, it's so insane. That's what I mean. Like, a lot of people, when I say, like, you shouldn't do drugs, you shouldn't do this and this and this, you're not doing it, like, obviously that sort of stuff feels good, but it's not going to feel good over the long term. The point, I think, in life is to try to do the things that make you feel not only happy, but feel fulfilled for the longest. That's what it's all about to me. And a lot of the advice you give to people are just stuff that commonly help people achieve that, like helping others. You know, if you really get into the point where you feel like, where you're helping others, and it, like, a lot of people, it feels really good to help others. There's some people that don't work like that, unfortunately. But it's one of those easy things that makes you feel, like, fulfilled, and it's a good feeling. And it's something that I get to experience, you know? Oh yeah, for sure, there's like a million different things that are gonna work for a different person, but you gotta at least try the basics, you know what I mean? You have to at least give them a shot. A lot of people think they're above it without even really trying it. Yeah, the only true success is, did you lead a life that, you know, you feel happy and fulfilled about? That's success. Did you do things like that made the people around you happy? The reason I like to help people so much, the reason I'm like that is because it's like, it's just, to me, it's like other parts of the universe I'm helping just because I want to, and that makes everyone, me personally, I feel fulfilled if I make other people feel happy and fulfilled also. You know, it's like, it feels like I'm contributing to the great machine. And it's something that I genuinely want to do. That's why I enjoy the things, and that's why I'm gonna be a math teacher too, instead of like, I want to do a job where I feel like I'm helping others and improving their lives to some extent. That will just always be a part of me. And that's what I found that is me. And then, yeah, if you genuinely do, like, that's perfect, you know what I mean? Like, once you find your thing, that's it. You just have to keep in mind, like, you need money for food, how do you do that in the best way you can, you know? It's like all these different things that you have to care about, but you only care about them because you want to continue to do those things that actually matter. You know what I mean? That's the only reason you should care about stuff outside of those goals, in my opinion. It's also important to experience a lot of things, because you can, and you should. Yeah, streaming feels like I can reach people. And I want to I don't know what it is specifically. It's not even like I need to feel like I have to have conversations like these. Just like, I think being myself on stream can help a lot of people realize that a lot of the things they've been told in life are weird, or maybe just aren't natural, or they should feel bad about. I just want people to see that a lot of these things are more normal. And especially in a community like this, where a lot of people have become very open, because, you know, when a streamer kind of sets the tone for the kind of people that are going to show up, you know what I mean? And I think we're a very open community. We talk about what we feel a lot, and I think that helps a lot of people just kind of think about stuff, you know, in a way that they don't normally think in their day-to-day life. And just also just have a place to, like, unwind, relax, you're chilling. Like, yeah, I'm playing the game, but we're just really talking. And also we get to go on this kind of journey together. We get to have this little moment where we're all together in this space and we're working towards something. We'll just, it's like we're on a long car ride. We just don't know the destination, you know? We don't know when it ends. Damn it, that was almost insane. I was like, really? Right now while we're talking about this? I was like, no way. when I passed those clicks, I was like, I'm not in a movie right now. That doesn't make any sense. Like, you know what I mean? That was wild. Literally, dude. That was wild. Yeah, that was like way too good to be true right there. I got really suspicious when I passed the blue orbs. I was like, what? That's not normal. You can't just do that like that. Yeah, literally. Anyway, the point I'm making is I feel like I'm doing something that helps not only me but others, so it fulfills me, I guess. Cool. Don't worry, it'll happen in one of the infinite timelines. It's already happened in infinite amount of time, so I don't know what you're complaining about right now, really. Being kind of unrealistic right now. How demoted would I be? It's a funny expression. I tried to play it, it's true. I should hop back in at some point. There's a lot of things I need to do that aren't... A lot of things I need to do that aren't just doing what I'm doing. I want to play Divine Journey 2, I want to do a play. There's a lot of games I wanted to get to that I just haven't had the time to. Maybe when Tears of the Kingdom is done, I'll have more times to do things that I haven't gotten around to, like Sound Dodger 2, that sort of stuff. One day. Definitely long distance. I can't do sprints. My legs aren't built for it. Yeah, I just need to find the time. I've not been allowing myself to relax a lot. I just don't know how much time I have left, really, in this state. You know what I mean? I am feeling worse very quickly. I don't know. I don't know. I might just get hospitalized for a long time soon on my own accord. Just due to symptoms alone, right? Like, the pain is at the point where it's like, I don't know how much I could really warrant not being in a hospital at this point. So it's like, I don't know. I just have to hope I can get to Japan. That's the thing. I probably can't, honestly, if I'm being completely honest with myself, but I'm gonna try. But if I manage to survive that, then I think I'm done for a while, unfortunately.
I have talked about that a decent amount of times. It's just, I think my esophageal sphincter doesn't work anymore, and stomach acid is flowing up through my body and creating sensations and pain that makes it so I can't sleep consistently. And I think the effects of the sleep deprivation have been getting really bad, and sleeping meds aren't working out for me because I still wake up. So I think I just need to go to a hospital for a while. It's not so much abdominal as it is throat and chest right now. But that's why I just haven't been allowing myself to relax too much, because I just don't know how much time I really have left. I don't know how much time I have left to goof around and that sort of stuff. And I don't think this is something that I can continue to do. Well, I haven't even really been ignoring it, but I need to walk it. I need to actually make the doctors take me seriously. I don't have the ability to continue to say, oh, it's nothing and I can work through this. I can't. I will, unironically. Like, it's not good. You know? Like, it's really bad. And if I continue to let it run rampant, I'm gonna get throat cancer, 100%. If I haven't already developed Barrett's esophagus, I definitely have it by now, and I'm going to get throat cancer. If I don't already have throat cancer. So I need to get this squared away now. And it may sound like an exaggeration, but there's no way for me to express how little of an exaggeration it actually is. I am extremely cautious, but, like, so it may seem, like, harder to believe, but, like, goddamn, the stuff I've experienced is so insane. I don't, like, I have to throw up every night, like, it's just the truth. Because I lay down and then it all happens. And the sensations of feeling are so, like, bad. And no antacid is working at all. Well, I tried to go to the hospital before, but they just put me on a bunch of antacids and told me that they'll work. And then I did them and nothing happened. And then I kind of put it on the back burner for a while just because I was so busy with Oblivion and that sort of stuff. And then it kind of wasn't so bad for a little while. And then it got worse and worse and worse, and now we're here. And there's no more ignoring it. So me and my parents are scrambling to try to get something to work before I go to Japan. And I'll keep you guys posted with everything. I think if the sooner I get it done, also the sooner I'll be able to get this out of the way too. It's really hard to play GD and work towards my hobby. I don't make excuses. You know me, I'm not the kind of person to be like, oh, I only got this many hours of sleep, so I can't do it. But I also know that if I was able to get this squared away, I'd be much more proficient at the stuff that I do. And that'd move stuff along a lot nicer anyway. And I'd probably be able to actually make videos too. That'd be a good thing. I need to work on outsourcing that to more people. I should probably finish this video. It's just hard. Because it's always like, when I have time, it's like at night, and then night's hell. So it's just like, it's hard to remain focused on it, I guess. Yeah, excuses versus reasons are it's a blurry subject. Yeah, it's just so I'm noticing with something like End of Destiny, it's not so that like I feel like I'm playing bad, but I'm not getting that nighttime like consistency buff because I'm not sleeping long enough for like everything to like work the way it's supposed to, and so I'm just not finding myself getting any better at these parts ever. More so than like normal, I guess. That's just my, like, observation. Well, okay. Anyway, all that being said, sorry for the kind of depressing ending, but I thought I'd just quickly touch on that. I'm going to, gonna go grab myself some dinner. Go eat something. I'll go raid someone. Sorry, I don't want to worry you guys. I'll be fine. I'm sure. Probably. And if not, I'm not gonna have any regrets. I'll just say that, you know? I've been working very hard to try to stream when I can and do things when I can, and I don't regret any of that. I'm gonna raid someone now. Then I'm gonna go grab dinner. But yeah, I don't want sympathy, I don't want pity. I just want you guys to, I just want everything to go about like normal, because that's what would make me the happiest, right? That's why I don't talk about it all the time, because it's I don't want that to be the focus of everything, because I just want, right now we're here and having fun, right? You know? And that's what I know is what is real. So it's real, and we're doing it. But yeah, thank you guys. I enjoyed the stream today, even if nothing really happened. I will see you guys tomorrow, hopefully, and take care. Bye.